So, good afternoon, everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday. I've lost track of days. Seriously, real talk. I've lost track of days. Nearly a month since I've been in Wolverhampton. I left Milton Keynes 22 days ago. I haven't left the house since. It's been kind of mad. And it's been really nice weather as well today. It's a shame I can't go out. My hair's a mess. I'm debating on whether trimming that myself and filming that. I don't know. I used to do it back in the day, about 15 years ago. I used to cut my own hair, but I ain't done that for a long, long time. So yeah, I'm thinking, do I do that? Make a little video out of it for you guys, for your entertainment? I could completely bodge that up, couldn't I? And also, don't forget, check out the videos I've done earlier this morning if you haven't already. Before I get into talking about Thomas Partey, I just want to say that level 1 members stream, I know I'm a little bit late doing that. That will be tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So if you're a level 2 or level 3 member, come jump in on that as well. Level 2 members, your stream will be on Thursday at 7 o'clock. If you're level 3, you can join in as well. And then level 3, your stream will be on Friday evening as well. Friday and Saturday, I will be playing FIFA against you guys again. I've been enjoying doing that. And yes, been kind of mad. A couple of absolute pastings and a couple of players that, again, I've played against that I've pasted. So it's been kind of mad, but I've enjoyed doing it. 9 o'clock tonight, we're going to be talking about Lacazette. So yeah, let's get into talking about Thomas Partey. Now, Corriere dello Sport, an Italian news media outlet, are reporting that Arsenal have put a £50 million bid on the table for Thomas Partey. Now, we've been linked to Thomas Partey for probably around a year now. I remember talking about these in the summer. I started my daily transfer updates, in May? I think it was the 2nd or 1st of May last year. And he was one of the first ones I'd done. And we've kind of been speaking about him on and off ever since on this channel. And it's been a bit mad because, listen, he's quite clearly a top draw midfielder, and he's quite clearly going to be wanted by some of the biggest powerhouses in world football, the Barcelonas, the Bayern Munichs, even Liverpool, and teams like that. Man City might be looking at him. For me, I look at it and I think that he's a ready-made replacement to stroll straight into that Barcelona team. But he is everything and more that we need in a midfield. And he is somebody that I look at and I just go, wow. You have got the X factor, bruv. You have got absolutely every single thing that we require in that midfield. He's strong. He's quick. He don't shirk his defensive side. He can get forward. He's got a decent passing range on him. He can go long. He can go short. He tracks his runners. When you look at Atletico Madrid and the way they play, they've got it so sussed. It is unbelievable. They all know their job. Soon as one guy presses, the other one moves into his position. They all cover each other's position. The way Simeone's got that team rocking is fantastic. And the one thing I will say is, will Thomas Partey look so amazing without being in that kind of setup and without being in that kind of team? I spoke to Robbie last night. Big up, Robbie. Thanks for letting me on again. And we spoke a little bit about Antoine Griezmann. Big up you guys as well. I see you guys in the chat. You guys were lighting that chat up as well. So big up all of you that watched that last night. That was sick as well. Really enjoyed it. But we were talking about Antoine Griezmann, and Antoine Griezmann suited Atletico Madrid's style to an absolute T. And he's gone to Barcelona, and it's a completely different setup. You're not expected to sit back and defend, and then counter-attack. And the whole team is geared up to defensive first, and then kicking on from that. And Griezmann was integral in how they played, because he was that guy that was kind of quick. He weren't rapid, but he's kind of quick. He was the guy that could score the goals. He was the guy that was getting in between the lines. And every time they got the ball out of defence, he was the go-to guy. Along with Sal. Sal was a quality footballer. Man United have been linked to him for a long, long time. But I just look at it and I think that, would Thomas Partey, if you take him out of Barcelona's team and put him into Arsenal's team, would he be that great? Yeah, and that sounds like a really dumb question to ask, a really stupid thing to say, but it's a genuine question, because if you put him into Barcelona, would he do what Busquets does? get the ball, mop up, pass it to someone more technically gifted? Yes, he probably would. Would he complement the rest of that midfield at Barcelona? 100%. When he comes into Arsenal, if he comes into Arsenal, and he sits next to Granit Xhaka, and then we've got a Mesut Ozil, for example, in front of that, would he be able to kick on and do what he's been doing for Atletico Madrid? I'm not so sure. I know that sounds really stupid to say, but I just look at it and I just think that, you know, he is a fantastic footballer. There's no getting away from that. He is absolutely top class. For £50 million, which is his buyout clause, by the way, Arsenal have apparently put the 50 million down as a bid and said, look, we want him. When everything gets back to normal, that's our guy. That's what's being reported in Corrello dello Sport, like I said. They normally are pretty decent with some of the stories they put out there. They were one of the first to put out about Pepe to Arsenal. That obviously came to fruition in the end and we signed Pepe. But the one thing I will say is that Barcelona, if they don't go for him, I think they're stupid. We need him badly. And I think that, you know, we've missed a midfielder that can dominate and be a one-man midfield since Patrick Vieira. We're never going to replace Patrick Vieira. But at the same time, we should at least go out and try and replace him. Yeah, and try and get somebody in there. We're talking about him leaving, over 10 years ago. We're still sitting here pouncing around with midfielders that are weak, fragile, don't track runners, don't want to do the dirty side of the game. They don't want to defend. They don't want to. They don't want to go over and track runners. They don't want to get their foot stuck in. They just want to play fancy damn football without actually, you know, doing the defensive side of the game. And it really winds me up that when I look at it, I just think that there's so many players that we've had over the years that could have been good, but have not been good. And that's because of the way we play and the team that we've put around them. But I'm not too sure. I just think that, like, you know, 50 million quid is his buyout. If that's what we've bid and we've accepted and they've put that on the table and said, look, we'll come back to that when football resumes again. That's fantastic. That means we're trying to do something. Does that mean that Lucas Torreira is going to leave? I think he probably will. I think that that's something that we'll be looking at. I think that he doesn't want to be at Arsenal. He's not happy. He came out with the story before about he doesn't like the weather. It's too cold. It's too wet. It's too windy. Well, you knew that when you were signing for Arsenal in England, mate. Yeah, you knew it was going to be crap weather. But at the same time, we've got other issues in midfield where we've got to try and address as well, because it's all well and good going and getting a Thomas Partey. We've still got to sort out the defence. We've still got to get another one in there to sit next to William Saliba, and we've still got to go and get another one to sit next to Thomas Partey, and then another one to sit in front of him. Because listen, there's reports going around Spain that I've seen over the last couple of days suggesting that Atletico are going to say to him, look, you can go, you can leave, but you're giving us one more season and we're going to sign you up to a new deal, which means his buyout is then going to be double the price, and they're going to try and pull it up to 50, from 50 million to 100 million. So I don't know. I just look at it and I think that he is the guy that we need on paper. He is the guy that when you look at him, he's got every attribute to succeed at Arsenal. Does that mean he will succeed at Arsenal? No. We've seen it before. So many players down the years, like I said, that have come to the club and we thought they're going to be amazing, and they haven't. We don't need to name them. I think most of us know who we're talking about. And maybe that's because of the team that we have around them. Maybe that's because they weren't that great. They just looked great in a completely different team with a different setup and a different manager and different tactics. You know, Atletico Madrid love to sit back. They love to do the dirty side of the game. I'd love Simeone to be Arsenal manager. Yeah, he would have us absolutely rocking, especially with our attack line. Yeah, and people get it twisted. Like, you know, defending is an art, and it's almost as good as scoring goals for me. Yeah, a nice slide tackle, a defensive header, a last-ditch block where they're all throwing their bodies on the line. For me, that's as good as scoring a goal. Most people just see it as parking the bus nowadays. And listen, back when I was growing up watching football, the Italian league was the best league on the planet. Yeah, and they had the best defences in the world. You know, AC Milan's defence, you weren't getting through that. Arsenal back in the day. Tony Adams was the captain. We had a sick defence, that famous back four plus Seaman in goal. You know, you had to start your title chances from building from the back. Nowadays, it's, oh, let's just throw as many fancy damn players at it as we can and hope we can go and win a title. Well, Liverpool, fair play to them this season, but Liverpool, when Brendan Rodgers was there, were exactly that. Weak as piss at the back, absolutely top loaded, you know, and you can't win a title by scoring fives and conceding fours every week. Well, you can if you win 5-4 every week, but you can't if you haven't got a solid defence. And over the years, it's normally the best defence that wins the title because you have to build from the back. And it's all well and good having players up front that can bag you goals. When the chips are down and you're struggling in a game and then players are not doing it, then you've got to make sure that if you don't concede, you don't lose. Yeah, and we haven't done that over the years. Thomas Partey would be absolutely fantastic for us, but we would have to get some other players as well. We'd have to bin off Granit Xhaka because I don't think that's the right player to stick next to him. You know, we need somebody who's a little bit more mobile to sit next to Thomas Partey. You then need somebody better in the attacking line that's sitting in front of that who can score goals. Mesut Ozil don't score goals. He doesn't really set any goals up anymore. So you need to go and replace that as well. And for me, for 50 million quid, it's an absolute no-brainer. You know, if they do sign the contract with Atletico and then let him go next year and it goes up to 100, is he still worth that? I don't know. I'd maybe have a look at Wilfred and Ndidi. I think for that kind of money, I'd say Ndidi's probably the better option. But listen, Thomas Partey is one hell of a footballer. And he is exactly what we need. But listen, that's my ramblings. Thank you very much to everyone watching. Do stick a like on the video if you haven't. There's 250 people watching this live. So do smash the likes through the 100 barrier ASAP, like Rocky, baby. And let's read out some of your comments. And again, I just want to say thank you very much to everyone of you guys that was in the chat last night on AFTV with Robbie on his daily show. That was sick. See all of you in there. All the real ones, Bluetooth, come on, baby, Bluetooth. And yeah, man, just read some of your comments out. Is that source from Italy fairly reliable, says Pratik Paul. Well, listen, they were one of the first to report Pepe going to Arsenal. So you've got to kind of say, based on Arsenal-related stuff, then yeah. They've also reported kind of early before about Lucas Torreira maybe going to Napoli. So I don't know, man. I just think that, listen, everything has to be taken with a pinch of salt, right? But at the same time, as DOO, my guy says, the Italians do have the best sources, in my opinion. Yeah, and they do. Every time a story comes out on Sky Italia, 9 times out of 10 that happens. So, you know, you've got to go with it, man. You just got to go with it. And yeah, Fabrizio Romani is one of the best journalists out there, mate. That geezer called Pepe on the 13th of July last year. I remember it. I landed at Malaga Airport and I was like, wow, we're in for Pepe. 72 million. Ornstein put a tweet out saying Arsenal are not going in for him. They haven't got the money. They can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. About 2 days later, Ornstein tweeted out, Arsenal, oh, it is genuine. So listen, you can only go with what you read and then make your own opinion off the back of it. I do think we want Partey. I think we wanted him under Emery. Emery's come out and said that he wanted Thomas Partey. So, you know, I think that we do want him, but it's trying to get him. And the problem we've got in getting him is the fact that there's no football at the moment. We don't know when football's coming back. And they could potentially sign him up to a new deal and keep him for one more season. Very similar to how Ronaldo did with Fergie. Like, you know, stayed at Man United for Fergie for one more year and then got his big move somewhere else. So, I don't know, man. But listen, let's read some more of your comments out. Imagine us signing Partey for 45 million, Spurs signing Ndombele for 60 melons. Well, listen, I think they're going to sell him and they'll probably sell Ndombele for about the same price they got him for, mate. Chig asks, why did you start so early? Oh, big up Chig as well. If you're not subscribed to him, Guna Eagle Eye, link in the description. I've started a little bit early because I've had way too many late nights where I've been sitting up stupidly late, piecing videos together for the morning. So yeah, today I thought I'd do it a little bit early, try and get my videos done a little bit earlier tonight as well. I'll be doing a 9 o'clock stream. We're going to talk about Lacazette. And then I can have a bit of an earlier night and actually chill rather than sitting up until 1 in the morning still putting videos together. So yeah, man. So apologies to Chig if I did overlap his show. I didn't even know he was live, if I'm honest. But there we go. Let's do 5 more minutes of this and then I'm wrapping this show up. I want somebody to die for the badge every week. Well, exactly. We've got too many weak players, man. We've got way too many weak players. They don't care about putting everything on it. And what winds me up is sometimes they do. Like when we played in the Europa League and we played against Napoli and we played against Valencia, you could see they wanted it. Some of the tackles. When we played against Chelsea in 2017 Cup Final, they were throwing their bodies on the line to win that. You know, and they do it few and far between nowadays. And for me, it just winds me up a little bit. It's something that we need to sort out massively in the next transfer window. We need to go and buy players that want to play for this football club. And when I say I want to play for the football club, they want to throw their bodies on the line and take a ball in the face if they have to. Do you know what I mean? Partey is not going to Arsenal. What a downgrade, says Leon. Well, listen, it's the biggest league in the world, mate. So more exposure. London life. Is it better than Madrid life? Well, the weather ain't, that's for sure. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Partey won't join Barca. What makes you say that, bub? Tell me, bruv. See, the thing is, he hasn't got that Real Madrid link. He's got that Atletico Madrid link. And listen, you say that he won't join Barcelona. People were probably saying the same about Griezmann leaving Atletico to go to Barcelona, mate. So, listen, I don't know. It's all, you know, interpretation of what you think and and your opinion on it. Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I don't mug yours off, bruv. You know that. Yeah, but I just think just because he plays for Atletico don't mean he won't go to Barca. I'd love him to come to us. The bid's on the table, apparently. They're just waiting for everything to be resolved in terms of what we're doing now. If we sign Partey, run down the street naked and record it and don't bottle it. I said I was going to do that if we sign Nicola Pepe. And yeah, I'm not committing to that, bruv. That ain't happening. You just want to see me naked. That's disgusting. But thanks for your donation, buddy. Evening, Chig. Oh, Chig, I didn't know you were live, man. Sorry, otherwise I would have done this a little bit later. I'm doing it a little bit early because I'm a little bit busy tonight, man. But yeah, we need to sign Ruben Neves. Don't say that too loud. I'm in a house with a Wolves fan. Shit, there you go. I'm getting told off now. Thanks for that. You're not allowed Ruben Neves at Arsenal. I've been told already. What else we got here in these comments? Griezmann flopped at Barca and he's shite anyway. Partey and his dad have said they'd rather go Premier League. Well, there you go. Again, that backs that up. But when you look at the clubs that could sign him, Man United need that type of player. They've obviously got the attacking player now in Bruno, but they need that defensive-minded player. Arsenal badly need that. For me, Lucas Torreira is nowhere near the levels of him or Ndidi. And there's other teams as well. I mean, Liverpool have got Fabinho. Yeah, but, you know, maybe they could go in for him. Why wouldn't he go to Liverpool? You know, current European champions going for titles. I don't know. Who's better, Ndidi or Partey? For me, it's Ndidi, mate. I'd rate Ndidi higher. But they're both absolutely top-class footballers. Do you rate Kanate, says Marcus? Yeah, I think he's good, man. Very good player. I wouldn't get Maddison next. I would get Maddison next to Partey. Maddison would be a dream, Salmon. You don't need to spam the chat though, bruv. But he would be a dream. We don't need Partey. We need a technically gifted player like Santi unless we keep Ceballos. Well, listen, I don't think Torreira's the answer, mate. I genuinely don't. And I think that we need somebody like a Santi sat next to a Partey and then a number 10. Yeah, if you're going to go with a number 10. So I don't know, man. Big up, Gary. Partey is what we need in the middle. Agree. Do you think we can develop Guendouzi into a beast? I see your comment as well, mate. Yeah, I know you watch all my streams, so thank you very much, mate. I see that right at the very beginning. Yeah, I think Guendouzi is a good player, man. If we get a decent sized bid for him, why not take it though? Don't forget, smash the likes up. We're only on 64 and we've got 300 people watching this live, so come on, punch the like button. And Why don't we play a 4-3-3? Madrid won back-to-back Champions Leagues with that formation. Sergio, listen, we should be playing a 4-3-3, man, like Liverpool do. Yeah, and they're the best team in the league right now. But we haven't got the midfield to do it, mate. Our midfield is the weakest point in our team. Yeah, it doesn't matter what three you put in midfield, it ain't good enough. Yeah, to compete with the best teams. But that's why we need a Thomas Partey. That's why we need a Maddison or even a Grealish. Listen, I don't really rate Grealish. Yeah, he's better than what we've got by a country mile. So why not get him? But there we go. Longstaff. Well, listen, people might laugh at getting Longstaff, but listen, he's a hard-working midfielder. We ain't really got one of them. We've just got shirkers. All right, let's do 3 more comments. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you very much to everyone who has watched. I will be back at 9 o'clock. We're going to talk about Lacazette. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I might schedule that in a minute after I come off of this. Rate the greediness of Cronky out of 10. You don't need to spam the chat, bud. Come on. The greediness, well, I don't know, man. So I couldn't say, could I? I don't know. Lovely stream. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. One more. Do you think Smith Rowe can kick on next season? I think Smith Rowe will be sold, mate, if I'm honest. I think he'll be gone. Let me read this out very quickly. I will be fasting as of next week. So I'll be tuning in much less and I'll be swerving the evening streams as well. Omar, good luck with that, buddy. I know you're always here every single day. Missed you on the FIFA stream today, though, man. Where were you? But yeah, listen, I'm going to get myself out of here. Thank you very much to every single one of you who has watched live. I will be back at 9. Go and check out the other videos on the channel if you haven't done so already. Stick a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.